Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you what I ate for this Valentine's Day 2022. I can assure you that it was simple but so good. If you like what you see, grab your ingredients and cook along with me. Let's start off by making our coleslaw. I like to make my coleslaw the night before for maximum flavor. Some people like to slice their coleslaw, but I like to grate mine. I think it goes faster and is a much easier process. So when I make coleslaw, I use a 2-to-1 ratio because we never want the carrot to overpower the cabbage. Our cabbage is ready, guys, all nice and finely grated. We don't want any big chunks in our coleslaw. So let's move on and grate our carrots. When I'm done grating my carrot and my cabbage, I give everything a good mix and I make sure that the carrot doesn't overpower the cabbage. If you're looking for a nice mixture of both. So I give it a good mix before I add my seasoning, like so. Now that everything is well combined, we're gonna add some salt and black pepper to taste, as much or as little as you would like, and then give it a good mix. Now we're gonna add our sugar. You can add as much or as little as you would like because coleslaw is something that you make to taste. As always, you will be able to find exact ingredients and measurement in the description box below so you can see what I did. Give it a thorough mix so the sugar, the salt, and the black pepper can get into that cabbage and carrot, and so that they can start to render the juices. The juices is what starts to make this beautiful kind of sauce that we like in coleslaw. Add your mayo. My mouth is already salivating and watering just by thinking about how good this coleslaw was with my Valentine's Day meal. Guys, I really hope that you're going to try out these recipes and that you can tell me about them. When I was done mixing the coleslaw, I found that it was still a bit dry and that it could take more mayonnaise. So that's what I did. I added more mayonnaise. But some people like the coleslaw on the drier side. I like mine on the wetter side because that nice sauce that it makes when you add it with your food, it is so good. Our juicy coleslaw is ready, guys. Do you see how easy that was to make? So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cling wrap it and put it in the refrigerator overnight. Moving on, let's prep our lamb chop for cooking. I'm gonna trim off some of the fat from the lamb chops. And of course, trimming off the fat is optional. I choose to do it because I know that lamb is a fatty meat, and you will see that when I cook the lamb chops. Then I'm gonna rinse my lamb chops with some white distilled vinegar and water. When I'm done rinsing, I'm gonna squeeze some lemon juice on my lamb chops. If you've watched my previous videos, I tell you that I like the lemony flavor in my meat and my chicken. Let's build up some flavors in our meat. I'm using some Cajun seasoning today as well as some sriracha sauce because you know that spice is nice and some salty soya sauce. I'm also adding some freshly cracked black pepper and some pink Himalayan salt for good measure. As well as some sweet soya sauce because I'm going for a nice glazed lamb chop. You will see. Mix well so each lamb chop can be coated with our lovely seasoning. Finish it off with my homemade green seasoning. You can find the recipe on my channel. Our lamb chops are seasoned to perfection. I'm gonna cover it and put it in the refrigerator overnight as well as our coleslaw. All this prep work I did the night before Valentine's Day, guys. It's all an organization when you want to cook a nice meal. And guys, because I did some prep work the night before, on the day of Valentine's Day, I had less thing to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep my pasta water with some salt and olive oil and let that come up to a rolling boil. I choose some serpentini shaped pasta for this pasta bake, but you can have whatever shape pasta you have at home. These are my favorite, so that's what I use. I think it's cute. Give it a mix so the pasta don't stick together in the pot. Cover it and let it cook for about 8 minutes. It's important that at this step you don't overcook your pasta because remember, it's gonna keep cooking in the oven. After the 8 minutes, just drain your pasta and set it aside. Let's grate our cheese. I chose some Edam cheese today. That's the only cheese that I'm going to use in my pasta bake. So I'm going to grate it. As always, feel free to substitute with your favorite cheese or any cheese that you may have at home. Don't let the ingredient list prevent you from trying out these wonderful recipes. Let's make our roux. What a roux is simply butter and flour mixed together. But today I'm going to use a mixture of cornstarch and flour because I want a lighter sauce. I'm also adding some green seasoning because it adds extra flavor and flavor is good. When your butter is completely melted, add your cornstarch and flour mixture and mix. Let that cook for about 5 good minutes. We don't want any floury taste in our sauce. When the flour is cooked out, we're going to add our milk little by little, mixing all along. I think that you should use a whisk for this process. I don't know what I think I was doing using a spoon. I probably thought that I was a boss. But if you don't want no clumps at this stage, please use a whisk. Let your sauce simmer on medium heat until it has thickened. Add some salt to taste. I don't like to add too much seasoning in this sauce because I already add my green season, so I like to keep it simple. And then guys, your sauce is ready. So let's make our crunchy topping. Because Valentine's Day is a special day, I wanted to try something fancier than usual. So I'm making this crunchy topping. So I'm adding some butter and then I'm gonna add some panko breadcrumb. It's important to use panko breadcrumb for the crunchy texture. Mix the panko breadcrumb in the butter so that they can soak up all that lovely buttery flavor. Then add yourself some dried parsley flakes or any other herbs that you like. What we're doing is toasting our breadcrumb in the butter. So keep it moving because we are on high heat. The toasting is happening, guys. This crunchy topping is easy and quick to make. In about 10 minutes, it's ready. So I'm gonna let it go some more. I want a darker color. This color is perfect for me, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my Parmesan cheese and mix thoroughly. Our topping is ready, guys. It looks so delicious. So let's go ahead and assemble our pasta bake. Look at how thick and nice our sauce is. Let's add our pasta to the sauce and mix well. Make sure that each pasta is coated in that beautiful sauce. At this point, I'm gonna add my Edam grated cheese and mix well. And don't forget to leave some extra grated cheese for the top of our pasta bake. Don't worry about the cheese at this point because it will melt in the oven. Let the Valentine's Day fanciness continue. I chose to serve this pasta bake in individual dishes, but you don't have to do it like that, because there's more dishes to wash, if you know what I mean. But don't worry about the dishes. Let's just go all out for this special occasion. After I fill all of my individual dishes, the second step is to add your grated cheese. And the final step is adding some of your crunchy topping to your pasta bake. Finish off by baking them at 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes. They're not done yet, but they look so delicious. Let's cook our lamb chops. I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons to my pan and I'm gonna swirl it around so everywhere can be coated. When your pan is very hot, we're gonna add our lamb chop to sear. I had to play Tetris with my lamb chops so that it can all fit in the pan because I don't want to do two turns of cooking. I wanted all of them to cook at once. So they all fit on the pan. I'm gonna let them get a good sear on one side before I flip them over. So I went ahead and made a sweet glaze for my lamb chops. I made it with agave nectar and sweet soya sauce. You can replace the agave nectar with honey if you don't have any. So I went ahead and brushed them on my lamb chops. What I'm trying to do is make some caramelized lamb chops. It is so good, guys. I'm gonna flip them over and add my sweet glaze to the other side. This is why I chose to trim some fat off my lamb chops in the beginning. Look at how much fat was rendered, guys. It's a lot. So please trim the fat off in the beginning, or you can just skim it off just like I'm doing when you cook them. Our lamb chops are well done, charred and caramelized to perfection as always. I'm going to cover them with some foil paper and set it aside until I'm ready to plate. Our lovely dinner is served. Thank you for watching until the end. I hope you try making these recipes at home. Don't forget to check the description box for ingredients and measurements. Subscribe for more videos because I make your cooking easier. And don't forget to like this video and the others. As always, see you next time.